Hi, welcome to all. This is the nine appointment with the local artist is present. This is a special project created by Innovazione Creativa, Crea, Trieste Municipality, Plan TS, Collab, Casa dell'Arte and me. And today we are here in Piazza Cavana in the center of the whole city because we would to introduce 9 stunning artists, local artists who lives in Trieste or who loves Trieste. With me, in front of me, is Betta Porro, a friend of mine and a great performer and designer and architect. And I will talk to Betta about your research, about your philosophical project on Trieste and on female emancipation in Trieste, with your way of thinking, with your special touch of this aerial view over the city, over Trieste. And we starting. What's your relationship with Trieste and with this part of the whole city, with Cavana, with Borgo Giuseppino?
Città Vecchia. Hello everybody. Ciao Federica.
Hi.
Hello. This is, since it's the old city, it's supposed to be one of the most ancient parts of Trieste. But the relation to this part of Trieste is that, sorry, I have a mint inside my mouth, so maybe it's going to be a little bit round around something. I just chew it so that I can speak in an easier way. I just stuck it on my teeth. When I came to Trieste as an Ethio-Eritrean refugee, this was the
from Asmara?
Yes, from Asmara.
Okay.
This was the part of Trieste was not so good, with a not so good renovation, because it was the place where all the sailors, where all the women selling their body, they were in this part, they were in Cavana. So I think that, when you find this kind of project changing the city and just taking away the roots, and they call it gentrification, yes?
Yeah.
But in a way, there are still things that, sediment, that they were still giving you an idea of what was going on. Maybe from the name of the streets, Via della Pescheria, which was the fish market, because here was the mixing, between the fishermen and the sailors and all what was going on the harbor. Mm-hmm. From the sea is something that is coming also to have to deal, when you have to deal with people that are living inside a place where maybe for months the male men, they were not present in the city.
Okay.
So it was the women's city. Because all the ships maybe, or even if there were many ships, but they were used, the women in Trieste, they were used to get along without their husband, their men. this is something that belongs to all the other city on a harbor, with a harbor, with a port.
As a Hamburg.
Yes, or as Genova, Napoli, or whatever. But on the other hand, we have here, we are on the border with the, with the north. This is the middle of Europe. There is the north. So, and there is the east. So, a sort of thinking about in a more, how can we say, in a more, well, let's say it already, emancipated way. Women, they had to get along with it from, maybe from the beginning of the city. Because we have to know that Trieste is even younger, the city as a city. It's even younger than the America, USA.
Yes.
So there was already a sort of...
after the 50s.
No, I'm saying about when it started with an utopia. A utopia of a woman was Maria Teresa. So it was already where women, they started to understand or to get an important role in society. Okay, and this with the north and with the east, especially with the east, women, they were always free to think what they want. Maybe to do less, but to think and to express themselves, for sure. And this is why when you find very old women, especially very old women, you are really, surprised on how they are really forward in thinking. Especially nowadays that, the young women, they just made steps beyond and not forward. What is emancipation?
And do you think that this liberal attitude is a free attitude of women and men, or wholly for women?
No. It goes together. It goes together because, in a way, men, they are constricted. They are, just forced to deal with strong women. And in a way, they just evolved a sort of attitude to bear hysterism, the hysterical attitude.
Yeah.
And then I want, maybe for this, I just know I'm just making streaming of thoughts, because this thing that I'm looking after is not really a pamphlet of thoughts. It's only just a research of what is what is going on here, what's happening, because why here in Trieste? And why here in Trieste? I found out really the strength to begin a political choice, just to make things, just to rebel and to just to not to adapt myself in a conformative way. So men, they are really, in a way, they are more. Sometimes they are more feminine than women themselves.
Okay.
So they exchange. Let's say that they exchange roles, in a way or the other. But
for their sensibility.
For their sensibility. Sorry, but I have to take my shoes because this is part of emancipation.
Okay.
You have to start and you start, and then and then also.
Paredes.
Yeah. So this is better. Now we can go on.
Okay.
If we
and,
go on.
And now
we can go
with this red fabric,
red dress.
red dress. What did you choose to express yourself, not only as an architect, as a designer, but as a performer artist in site-specific action and you quite modern dance?
Reduce, reuse, recycle, it's the green economy. So when you are scrap, like I am, you have to decide what to do. You just look around and then you put together things, you put together yourself, you just try to deconstruct and construct yourself in a different way. And so, since my wardrobe is the whole house, I don't know if it has a house or a wardrobe, so I just looking after languages or signs or whatever in this moment I would like to think. So it could be a color, could be a fabric, could be a material, could be a shape, depends. But it's always a line, it's like two lines just to put some color into the fractures, in fractures that are in the body, in the soul, the mind.
Yeah.
And I was saying something before, and I wanted to say something before about the utopia in Trieste, and this was also having to do with the feminine in men. And I don't think it's the case that Basaglia made his revolution here in Trieste. Because Trieste, the most feminine aspect of Trieste is the place for utopia to be. From Maria Teresa, Basaglia, and I can say also Abdus Salam. They made big things, even they don't just get in touch with the city, but they belonged to the city. Because there is a strange thing that people coming from outside, they see what the people from inside they don't understand because they live it. In fact, when I say something about the feminine emancipation of women to a Triestina, to a mula or to a baba, or to whatever, they just look at me trying to tell that in a strange way because I'm saying something that for them is very natural, and maybe it's not so natural that you can go, whatever the age you have, you can go outside in the evening, in the night, alone, and then you can walk safe.
Yes,
just
without
rambling, just going
without...
and just accepting and looking you around or inside.
Okay,
That's it.
and the last curiosity, how important is for you to perform in an urban space, to experience open spaces with a body, and what does it mean to work off the stage and dedicated places?
This could be a very long answer, but I try to be concise. Well, I think that the theater as an architectural place is costing too much. So all the things that they were used to, and also is part of the bourgeoisie. It's bourgeoisie thinking. So it has to do with capitalism. It has to do with all the rituals that capitalism and capitalists needs. So I think that the most common and popular places are the urban places, the outside of the where the streets, the squares, where just people meet if they want. They go outside and they meet. So the urban space is something that can give you a different perspective to everybody's life, to everybody every day thinking, just trying to understand that it's only where you meet with other bodies and when you just can reflect your own body in other bodies, just in shapes or whatever.
With your gesture, your looks.
Whatever, or with your, provocation, because people, they are all used to, this is reduce in bourgeoisie thinking, reuse whatever you have and try to get the best of it. Reduce, reuse, and recycle, because recycling, you have always a new product, even of yourself, of the city, of your friends, of the food, of something, of a drawing. And the last thing I wanted to this is why I was coming here, it is because just to make a point about gentrification, and I would like to see all this part of the city just drawn by the graffiti artists. Instead, the people the rich people who just bought all the houses around here, they just complain because the young person, they coming around, they make graffitis, paintings, and this, and also they make a lot of noise during the evening, so they cannot sleep, and so their life is bothered, and they don't know what to do, and then maybe they should go somewhere else and leave the center of the city to the old inhabitants. Okay. But this is not going to be.
Okay. Thank you, Betta. Thank you very much. And I'm pleased to chat with you, to hear your things, and to see your liberal attitude, a free woman. You are a free woman.
Thank you, Federica.
I'm very happy to meet your past and your way of thinking. Bye bye at the next episode.
Ciao.
See you.